Chalmers, and I will be instructing your basic cookery course. Welcome, and I'm very excited to have you all here. I want to give you a little bit of information about me just so you know where I come from. I've done mostly fine dining, French-based and Italian-based cooking. I did a little bit over in Japan. I was there for 5 months. I worked to open up Rosewater Restaurant when I first started with Michael Potter's. I was at Winston's Restaurant, Accolade, Crown Plaza Hotel. I've done catering. I've done golf course now for 5 going into 6th season. So I've got a diverse sort of background. Every kitchen I've worked in has been totally classic. We have done the foods that people love to eat, from French, Italian, Asian. I do a great curry. It's whatever you want to know about food, I'll help you with, or I'll learn with you about it. That is what we're here to do, is to learn about food and how to conduct yourself inside of a kitchen. And we'll go from there, all right? I'd like to welcome you to your first kitchen lab. What I'd like you to do first, before we do anything, is wash your hands. Make sure that everybody gets their hands washed properly. You know it takes about 20 seconds to get done. When you're washing your hands, a little rule of thumb is sing happy birthday to yourself. And as you do that, you rinse your hands, and by the time you finish singing happy birthday, your hands are clean and sanitized. If you are doing a lot of butchery, make sure to use your own nail brush and clean under your nails as well. Use the paper towels and turn the faucets off. You know all of this because you've taken your safety and sanitation, so some rules of thumb. Make sure if you're using big butchery, you're only taking out a little bit at a time. If you're doing chicken and fish, highly volatile foods that can go spoil very quickly, just put a little bit on your cutting board at a time. Just take some out and use it, and then put it back into your fridge. You all have fridges at your lab stations, so make sure you use them when we're doing this. Other rules of sanitation is that you make sure you come in a clean uniform, your hair is tied back. There can't be any hair going below your collar. It has to be neatly tied back. If you have big curly crazy hair, then make sure you put a hairnet on there so that it keeps it all inside. The last thing you want is hair in your food. Your jacket needs to be clean, pristine, your apron pressed nice and tidy, and side towels. Please use your side towels for lifting hot items. Don't use your apron or your towels for wiping your hands, because if you wipe your hands on your apron and you've done chicken, and then you wipe your hands on your apron and you've done fish, you've cross-contaminated again. Make sure you're using something that's disposable to wash your hands with. You know most of the other rules because you all have gone through your safety and sanitation. It's been drilled into you. So you know to make sure your area is kept clean, your floor is kept clean, your whole area is tidy and free of any debris while you're working with food. You want to make it as sanitary a place as you can. You will be shown where all of the equipment is in the lab. There's only a certain number of equipment. There is like 4 Cuisinarts and there's 2 mixers here. We all need to share it. I will show you how to use all of them step by step so that you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. It makes for a much better class if everyone works together as a team. A team is very important in the kitchen, so it transcends from here all the way through your career. You work as a team and things will go much smoother. So next, you've all been placed into lab partners. You're going to get to know your lab partners a little bit later. We're going to do a little icebreaker. Everybody's going to decide what food they are, and they're going to have their partner ask them questions where you can only answer yes or no, and they have to try and figure out what food they are. So everybody write down their piece of food, and we'll save this for later. We'll do it a little bit after we get through our intro. It'll be just to get to know your lab partner. Some of you may know each other from other classes already, but this will help you get to know each other a little better. There is something that we do need to go over. Every week in our lab class, we're going to have a chef of the day. The chef of the day has to arrive a half hour early. The reason being is that you have to go down to receiving, pick up all the food for the day, bring it here. We needed to distribute it to the 8 groups that we're going to be in this class, and everybody will be getting their own tray. You also, as chef of the day, need to delegate the cleanup duties, which everyone loves to do because then they figure the next week someone else is going to be chef of the day. So be nice to your fellow classmates, because the next week it'll be their turn. So I have done a little bit of a thing here where you can see kind of how it works. So you have the chef of the day, and then the sort of 3 sections that the class needs to be broken into for cleanup. This needs to be taken care of every week, and make sure that we return the lab back to the place and exactly how it's set up when you walk in. It has to be clean, impeccable, so that the next group that walks in here has a nice kitchen to work in. You all have received inside of your outlines a grading system. It is a rubric which shows you in different sections with your uniform, safety and sanitation, time management, work performance and attitude and motivation. How your mark is broken down is how you come to the class every day. If you are gung-ho, ready to work, you come in impeccably, you help your teammates, you go from the beginning to the end of the class and you put your heart into it, you will do fantastic in this class. That's all you have to do. You are here to learn food. You are not going to have perfect food this time, but you are here to learn, to work as a team and work together. If you do that, you will have no problems in this class. I am not one for tardiness, so to show up on time is mandatory. There is no lates allowed. If you are a minute late, the door is locked. You will not be allowed in. You get one chance. That's it. Please use it wisely.